This woman who has traveled a long way to see a famous doctor named Dr. Now. She is wearing a blue dress with pretty pink flowers and a black wrap on her head. She hopes for good news about her health, but the truth is hard to hear. As the doctor speaks, his voice is quiet but serious. The mother cannot hold back her sadness anymore. Tears start to flow down her face, and she covers her eyes. She feels very scared and tired from her long struggle with weight. Sitting next to her are her two young children. Their faces are quiet and sad as they watch their mother cry. Her husband sits close by, resting his chin on his hand, thinking deeply about what they must do next. The room is filled with love, but also a lot of worry. They know that changing their lives will be a very steep hill to climb, but this emotional moment is the start of a long journey to get her health back for the sake of her family. There was a very hard conversation in the clinic room. Dr. Kane now stands by the door, holding a big white folder with all her medical papers. He carefully flips through the pages, looking at the numbers. Every page tells a story of her health, and the news is not easy. The mother sits across from him, feeling very nervous. She bites her fingernails and looks down, trying to process everything. Her heart is heavy, and she gently wipes a fresh tear from her cheek. She is trying her best to be strong, but the fear of failing is very real. Dr. Now explains the strict food plan she must follow to save her life. He speaks with a firm but caring voice, wanting her to succeed. The mother listens closely, her hand resting on her face as she thinks about the hard work ahead. It is a quiet, tense moment where she realizes that her future is entirely in her own hands, and she must find the strength to chi. She took a very brave step. She walked down the long clinic hallway. Walking is very hard and painful for her, but she pushes herself forward, step by step. Her family walks closely behind her to support her. Later, they are all back in the examination room. Her husband is wearing a white t-shirt, and their young son sits quietly next to him watching his parents. Dr. Now speaks to them. She took a very brave step. She walked down the long clinic hallway. Walking is very hard and painful for her, but she pushes herself forward, step by step. Her family walks closely behind her to support her. Later, they are all back in the examination room. Her husband is wearing a white t-shirt, and their young son sits quietly next to him watching his parents. Dr. Now speaks to them about the importance of family support. He tells the husband and the kids that they must help her stay away from bad foods. The mother sits in her chair, looking tired but listening to every word. She rubs her face and sighs, knowing how much she relies on her family to get through the hardest days. This video shows that weight loss is not just for one person. It is a battle that the whole family must fight together. With her husband and son by her side, she finds a little bit of hope. She once again had an important face-to-face talk with Dr. Now. This is a moment of truth. The doctor looks at her over his glasses, speaking with great honesty. He wants to see if she is truly ready to save her own life. The woman looks back at him with a serious and focused face. She does not look away. She explains her goals and promises that she is going to try harder than ever before. There are no tears this time, only a quiet strength in her eyes. She knows that the path ahead is full of challenges, but she is ready to face them. Dr. Now nods, showing his support as long as she does the work. As the video ends, you can feel a sense of hope in the room. She has faced her fears, cried her tears, and now she is ready to fight for a healthier, happier future with her family. Her journey is far from over, but she is moving forward. She sat in a small, quiet clinic room. She wears a simple purple shirt and has her hair tied up high. Across from her stands Dr. Now, a kind but very serious doctor. He looks down at his notes and speaks about her health. The woman listens closely. Her face shows many feelings. First worry, then sadness, and then a small spark of hope. The doctor